worry about his house, what he got. Now I can never get into it. Yeah, I really came from the streets. His lighthouse capital was having key. Asked my mama, she vouch for me, but I changed my ways. I've been redeemed. I'm right here close. I'm a big house with the light of Jesus Christ. Now I'm reloaded. Been flipping scripts. Now I'm ready for the fight. Give me some molding. James 3 and 8. I done got my tongue right. Word got me focused. I'm living water sipping. Now I pity life.
So what's up, man? Hey, man. Mini camp finale recap. We're done with Commanders mini camp. We'll talk about like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I want to give you guys some shout outs at the end of today's video. So stay to the end of the video. It's right on intro. Welcome back to PSN Commanders Network. It's your boy Tonka A Tech. With other upload, if I get to a glory to God, if all God's right now, God's open doors, and pay way for all people those and pay with today's video. I'm here about the Washington Commanders, the squad, gang. If I get too far into it, quick verse of the day. Also, song of the day, man. I want to promote positive music to y'all. I'm trying to promote all positive on this channel. None of that goofy stuff, man. I ain't trying to be no goofy-ish, man. I'm trying to be the best man I can be for y'all and show love to y'all. The verse of the day is Colossians 1:13 says as follows: "For he rescue us from the dominion of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of the Son he loves." And the song for today, shout out to Lighthouse. Go check them out on Apple Music, Spotify. The song's called "Going In." It's his newest single. Christian rapper, really dope artist. Shout out to Lighthouse. Whole house lit. Win the silence, man. Let's get it. But yeah, let's talk mini camp. So, Zach Selby didn't have much yesterday. He taught the Dan Quinn press conference post mini camp practice. This is Trey Amos at the end of camp saying stay chill during the break. Shout out to Trey Amos, man. He's a dog. I'm about to love that kid, man. Anybody an animal. First final mini camp notebook. Watch how they play, stay prepared as they enter the dead period. This 22 kid, Mr. Vigorous, is a guy we want to keep an eye on. We'll look at the notebook very quickly. But yeah, a true commander. Reeves his extension with Washington. Shout out to Jeremy Reeves getting that 1 year extension. Quinn said Sankavi's hitting all the benchmarks and still doesn't have a clear answer when he can come back. Quinn said he had a meeting with each player to check on where they're heading during the dead period. A lot of them had clear plans about what they want to do to get ready for training camp. So it's like the team will stay locked in while they having the dead period. Yeah, there's 6 weeks between the end of minis and going to camp. And I'll talk some things I want to see from the team during the 6-week hiatus. But yeah, Dan Quinn just in the media on no Brown no update yet. He have an MRI today, which was yesterday. So he did have an MRI yesterday. We'll see what the results are and get a quick get an update on Noah Brown's condition. I pray it's nothing serious, but it sounds like it is. But we will see. Let's check out Leonard Willingham and see what he was talking about yesterday. Pretty sure bro has something to say. No, this is okay. I guess this is a day 2.
My tire popped, phone overheated, too much storage on the phone, so we're a little late getting you this. But what stands out to me right off the rip, Marshawn Lattimore, I thought had a really, really strong practice this afternoon. There was a play that stood out to me where he drives on the football and breaks up a pass intended for Noah Brown, and we'll get to Noah Brown a little bit later on in the observation. But I thought, his health is going to be key for this defense, as we obviously know. He spoke after practice, and the one thing he said, he admitted that, look, he wasn't healthy last year, and he pushed through it to try and, prove his value and worth for the Washington Commanders. So a stand-up guy for doing that, and I expect him to have a big 2025 if he is able to stay healthy. Percy Butler, keeping things in the secondary, I thought stepped up in a big way today. Had a really nice play where Jaden Daniels throws a screen pass to Deebo Samuel, and Percy would have absolutely blew it up being that alley player. Look, in the regular season, if Percy Butler is going to carve out a role as this team's third safety, his tackling has got to be much improved. So really looking to joint practices and preseason games for him to see where he's made the biggest leap, because I think that's the biggest area of weakness for him. Kane Medrano, the rookie out of UCLA, forced a fumble on Deebo Samuel. Where he ends up playing on this defense is going to be key as well. Dan Quinn mentioned him last week, I believe. That hybrid body type. Is he a safety? Is he a linebacker? Made a play today, forcing a turnover, which is key. Tyler Owens is another cat on this defense that I think is going to be able to potentially carve out a role for himself, maybe as that Buffalo nickel. I thought he did a really, really good job today. In the last couple of days, he's lining up in the slot a lot, having the go man coverage, and it's not a spot that he's super comfortable with. But when you look at his athletic profile and his ability to be a ball magnet, I think they're just trying things out. We'll see what type of role he's able to carve out on the defense. The competition for the third linebacker spot, I think, is going to be really interesting to me as well. Jordan McGee, Kane Medrano, and then Dom Hampton, last year's draft pick. I think all three guys that have the ability to play that spot. They can run. They're good as blitzers. We'll see who's able to carve out their role. On the offensive line, no Laramie Tunsil out there. He's getting a vet rest day today. I'm going to be keeping my eye on that situation because it feels like it's a little bit more to it than what's being reported. Andrew Wiley, though, getting first-team left tackle reps. Look, I think at right tackle to start the season, maybe a rotation of him and Josh Connolly, similarly to how we saw last year with Corn Lucas and Brandon Coleman. But I think he's competing for a swing tackle role right now, and it feels like he's got a good opportunity to carve out a role if he's able to show comfortability there. Speaking of Josh Connolly, this young man just continues to impress me every time I watch him. In the drill work, you can just see the footwork. It stands out right away. He had a really good rep against Jacob Martin, and he tried to beat him with power. Think about one of the weaknesses of Connolly coming out. Can he anchor? Really nice job dropping his butt, anchoring against a power rush from Martin. What I'm monitoring with Connolly is how much stronger does he get between now and when they return for camp in July, because play strength really is his only issue. He can end up being a better tackle in this league than Laramie Tunsil. I think he's got that type of athletic profile. We mentioned Tunsil getting the vet rest day. The defense, something that stood out on that side of the football from the pass rush, they're going to be very versatile up front. I talked to Daryl Tapp post-practice, and they're going to scheme up pressures. You saw a bunch of simulated pressures today. You saw a bunch of five-man rushes. They're going to be versatile in terms of how they try and get after the quarterback. The big thing is, can you maintain your rush lane discipline? It's something we've talked about a lot with this team over the past several years. I know Coach Tapp and company are doing a good job drilling that and instilling that into this defense. Robert McDaniel is a name you all should remember. Jackson State undrafted free agent. They have played him everywhere in this secondary. Today saw him, getting work as the deep half post safety. Saw him working in the slot. We've seen him at outside corner. He's somebody that has that Jeremy Chin body type. And of the UDFAs, I think him and Carlin Viggers are the ones that have the best opportunity to ultimately make this roster. Noah Brown went down with an injury during 7-on-7 and was carted off the field. Didn't look good. He let out an audible scream and a big noise once he got to the tunnel where we were able to hear, and he seemed like he was in some pain. So that wide receiver spot for Washington, definitely something to monitor moving forward. From my car, giving you Commanders mandatory minicamp updates, Linnell Willingham, 106.7 The Fan.
Shout out to Linnell Willingham. I like to get bro on the channel one day. He's going to be a real cool cat. I appreciate bro. Let's see what Dickie Javala had to say yesterday. Now it's day 2. That wasn't yesterday, but I just wanted to watch that just because I didn't really give you guys the best day 2 recap either. AB being AB. I don't know what the hell. This is Raiders minicamp. The hell they got going? What the hell is this? Oh, they doing anything. All right, they doing anything. I don't know what type of tie y'all are, bro. I do all day on know again. All right, there was yesterday. So let's see what learn to say about our
You know who I'm really impressed with though? JC. JC is going to be a dog. And I'm not just saying that just to blow smoke in his ass. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but JC's going to be a dog. I can't wait to see it.
Why do you say that?
Just the way he's moved, the way he's been, athletic, smart, very intelligent. I think he got all the tools to be a damn good player in this league. And then, you know who I'm really impressed with though? JC. JC is going to be a dog. And I'm not just saying that just to blow smoke in his ass.
Junior. I'm happy to hear that. So it's not much yesterday. I don't see a lot from yesterday. I just don't. Let's see if we got any clips from the Commanders page. I know Carlin Viggers caught an interception. That was That was another thing. Robert McDaniel's been playing pretty well, for I've heard as well. So
How can I be a better leader for this team? How can I?
What was the emphasis for you on this offseason as you head into year 2 with the Commanders?
Yeah, it's really just the comfort level with all the guys, Jaden in particular. How can we take the next step as a receiver, tight end, and quarterback relationship? How can I be a better leader for this team? How can I try and play 17 games again? There's a lot of going in to try and make my body at its best when the time is needed. So I spent this offseason really trying to lay down that foundation and be able to take those hits during the year. And so it's all part of a process. It's not like you just show up in September 4th or whenever the first game is and be ready to go. It's all 365 days I think about at this point in my career because I've done it so many times. And so for me, it's just laying that foundation, getting the communication, the trust better with Jaden, and being a better leader.
What was the emphasis for you on this offseason as you head into year 2 with the Commanders?
Yeah, it's really just
I had to hear that from Zach Ertz. I love his leadership, man. I'm a Zach Ertz fanatic. I am a big fan of Zach Ertz. I don't care what no one says. I'm a big fan. What the heck? I don't know what the heck this is about. Mini camp fun size. So this is chibi versions of the players. This is a chibi Jay Nails. This is a chibi. I guess this is Frankie Louvu. We're making chibi players now. Sure, it's a chibi. Austin Eckler and Jeremy Reed. Yo, why Austin Eckler like this in real life? Yo, why Austin Eckler like this in real life, dog? Oh my gosh. Yo, they gotta chill. Oh my god. Ah! Mission complete. Man. Yeah, 11. I see you, Luke. I see you, Slim. I see you, bro. Mama, they go that man. Deebo. Deebo. Yeah, Colin Biggs out there with the ones. So they got brought up with the ones too. Okay, oh shoot now. They got the UDFAS with the ones. Oh yeah, they got Trey Amos. Jerry Reed signed that extension. Revo. All right, so I think that was it. I'm gonna try to find something, some type of play-by-play. Let's look at Zach Selby's notebook. That might give me some answers here. And then now we'll end the video with look at the notebook. Let's look at the notebook. Let's look at the notebook, shall we? Let's look at the notebook, y'all. Let's look at the notebook real quick. Notebook will give me some answers to what we're looking for here. All right, let's do it. I'll find some more clips and all that, but Meerkat notebook. Coach tell the Commanders stay prepared for their moment. Yes, it should stay prepared. Don't be out in Rose Bowl 6 weeks in a row. Not for real. Washington Commanders had concluded their offseason program with the conclusion of mini camp. Visual operations for Thursday. The players had a little over a month to get ready for training camp when the true evaluations for how to shape the roster will begin. For rookies, this could be a particularly critical time. They'll be left to themselves for the first time in months, and neither they nor the coaches want them to lose any of their progress they've made in May and June. So Coach Dan Quinn, Adam Peters, and Jeremiah Adam Peters met with each one of them individually to make sure they prepared to stay on track. He had a one-on-one meeting over the last week. Quinn said, "What are they? Where are they? How's it been? Going through that process. and what does the next 40 days look like? That's how interesting because as a disciple, right? We have the first 40 days of discipleship. So I just found that kind of cool. When it says 40 days. So Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Tempted by Satan. But let's just get to the point here. Quinn and Peter's conversation with the rookies covers several issues, including how things are going for them off the field. Once that was settled, they moved to where each rookie was going to train and where they wanted to improve upon before camp. What impressed Quinn was that several players already had solid plans for the portion of the year. If you're already coming up with ideas and thoughts where you want to get it done, you're already moving forward. Quinn said it was a light day for the players who participate in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 drills, but there's still some nice stand out. Chris Moore pre-catch on the day, which allowed him for a touchdown. Moore is one of the oldest players in the Commanders receiving room and faces a difficult task in earning a roster spot. Still, he consistently produced and has some highlight plays during minicamp, so perhaps he can impress coaches during training camp. Neither Jaden Daniels nor Marcus Mariota participated on 11-on-11 periods, leaving Sam Hartman and Josh Johnson to lead the offense during the period. Hartman had his moments, like when he tossed a touchdown on Luke McCaffrey. They saw that on the clip, but also threw an interception to Carlin Vigors near the goal line. Carlin Vigors, I'm hearing that name a couple times now. Hold on now. Noah Brown left practice Wednesday with an undisclosed injury, did not return for the rest of the day. He did not participate in Thursday's practice and when asked about the status. Quinn didn't have an update other than to say Brown supposed to get an MRI. Quinn said running back Chris Rodriguez already applied himself to the suggestions he and the rest of the Washington staff gave him this offseason. Rodriguez was elevated to the active roster of various sports 2024, had strong moments, but could not hold on to an active roster spot. Quinn wants Rodriguez to be his absolute best so he could compete on what Quinn called a crowded running back room. Being in the best shape possible might help him stand out and earn a consistent spot in the rotation. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, I think that's all. Left tackle Larry Tunsil has not spent much time with his wrestlers Washington offensive line, but it's enough to know that his new teammates are dogs. Dogs. You know who really impressed me though? JC. Ricky Josh Collins Jr. JC is going to be a dog. I'm not saying it because I'm trying to blow smoke up his trying to blow smoke up his ass. But JC is going to be a dog. And I can't wait to see it. Prior to the players breaking for the end of practice, linebackers coach Ken Norton Jr. and personnel analyst Wes Welker gave us some advice on how to approach the dead period. Norton told players to always be prepared for that moment because you never know when it's going to happen. Wes Welker talked about winning time moments. What we touched on last year, the Falcons game, the Saints game, the Cowboys game going into the playoffs, the game-winning field goal for Zane Gonzalez in round one. All those things, you know what I'm saying? What was said? Winning time moments, man. Winning time moments, man. That's how we do it. That's how we do it, baby. That's how we do it. So saying they were why it's so important to train this time of year. He told them to be ready for those moments because they make a significant difference in games. Click here to secure your tickets for 2025 Commander season. I like to hear Luke McCaffrey's name. Carlin Vigors is an interesting name. I heard that name a couple of times from Nikki Chavala and also like John Kime. So I'm interested in this guy now. This UDFA. Also, Leno Willingham was talking about Robert McDaniel and how he's moving around the secondary, playing outside corner, inside corner, safety, box safety, free safety, everywhere. He just call him a DB. He playing everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool to see. And he's gonna get a chance to make this roster as well. I think him and Carlin Vigors do have the best chance to make this team as UDFAs. It's not a lot of roster spots to really be adhered for. Not open roster spots that are, they're open, but these guys can maybe get one of them. Chris Moore's another guy that stood out during mini camp as well. But my UDFA to watch is now Carlin Vigors, and also Robert McDaniel. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Sorry for the long upload today. I was trying to find as much information for you guys as possible, and I had to do it on the fly because I have some things to do for my job. I just had to go to work today. So I love y'all with the love of Christ. Although you're not the most athletic or talented sport choice, as long as you're putting God first and have good sportsmanship, you're always open for talent. Athletic proper dedication, man. Protect from football. I love you guys. Catch you guys next video. Comment down your thoughts on the mini camp in its totality. And what's some guys you got your eyes on? My guys are Luke McCaffrey. See how he grows in year 2. Chris Moore. I don't think he'll make the team, but this is someone I was going to keep my eye on because we just know a Brown injury. I don't know what's going on with that yet, but we'll probably get some updates. Carlin Vigors, Robert McDaniel. Also, the guy got my own Quan Martin. Can Quan Martin reach that potential that Joe Witt Jr. talked about in one of his press conferences recently? We'll see. I love you guys. Catch y'all next video. Peace, love, and blessings.